It's 2nd and 10 again at the Cal. 17 seconds left. Walsh and Pinckney wide left. Milburn and McCaffrey split right. Columbus looking over a 4-man front. Back to pass he goes. Steps up, throwing for McCaffrey. He's open. He's got it. Touchdown, Stanford.
There's the one big play, Hal. We talked about one big play for McCaffrey. He just made it. Now he needs to make one more.
One more big play for Stanford. 12 seconds left. The Bears lead is 25-24.
It may go in the annals as one of the greatest big games of all time.
Now,
certainly it will be one of the greatest. It may be the greatest.
Stanford could go for a tie and keep the axe, but I don't think we can look for that.
Denny Green doesn't play for ties, Hal. He wants to beat the Bears. He wants to win here.
Stanford has used its final timeout to discuss what they want to do. The Bears defense will go huddle up with Bruce Snyder. 12 seconds left. Well, we've said it's just starting in the 3rd quarter, and what a tremendous 93rd big game it has been.
And there's no way they can waste any time, Hal. Remember, the magic number when the play took place was 4 seconds. McCaffrey with the one big play. And I'll guarantee you, he's gutting it out here tonight. That left calf muscle is very sore, very tender. And Stanford now trailing by a single point, 25-24.
Magnificent drive it was.
Incredible.
Jason Columbus is talking to referee Pat Flood. Stanford can have the football placed anywhere they like between the hash marks. It'll be moved about midway between the center of the field and the left hash. So the 2-point conversion attempt with 12 seconds. If Stanford makes it, they go in front. If Cal stops them, the Bears stay in front 25-24. What a fabulous football game.
Unbelievable. The Stanford band is not on the field. Let's announce that. They are not on the field. They're very close to it, but they're not on the field.
Milburn in the backfield with Bardell. McCaffrey wide right. Pinckney split left. Is Cal calling timeout? The Bears want a timeout. Now, if you're Stanford, do you go with that same play or give them a different look?
Well, they're going to come over and talk about it some more.
Paul Nickel is on as a tight end. Bardell and Milburn will be in the backfield. Walsh and McCaffrey wide receivers.
They'll try to sneak somebody out underneath the coverage. There are obvious people like McCaffrey and Walsh. It may go to somebody like a fullback. Bardell is in there. I would watch him, or I'd watch the tight end Nickel.
Slot right. Pinckney goes in motion out of the slot, reverses the back. Right now the referee stopped play, perhaps because some debris was hurled down from the stands.
Option. You can call any penalty, including awarding a touchdown. If anything more is shown on this field, nothing else shown on the field.
Well, Pat Flood imploring the idiots who threw whatever out here not to do it again. Well, Stanford back in the huddle now. They had a slot right with Pinckney in the slot, McCaffrey wide right. Pinckney went in motion left, reversed it right.
Yeah, and a disadvantage now for Stanford, Hal, because they've shown their formation. So the Bears have had a chance to look at that, and they've got an opportunity to realign themselves and expect that same formation when Stanford comes out. I can't believe they would change.
Columbus came to the sideline and asked, we want to run the same play, and a very quick discussion. He's back in the huddle.
I would think Nickel or Bardell, somebody sneaking in late. They've got to protect Columbus.
It's the same formation. Pinckney in motion to the left side, reverses it right. Here it is. Columbus rolling out to his right. Looks into the end zone, throws for McCaffrey, intercepted. It's broken up by Hardy, and the Bears stay in front. And the fans come out on the field, but we still got a kickoff. The field is engulfed with fans wearing the blue and gold, but they will have to clear the field here. And Stanford will kick off, and you know they'll make an onside kick and hope for a miracle, but the Bears have apparently won it, as it was John Hardy cutting in front of McCaffrey to intercept that pass on the conversion attempt and preserve the Bears' lead at 25-24. The public address announcer is making the announcement now, telling the fans to clear the field, and perhaps they can restore some order here in the moments ahead. Now the fans are being pretty good about it.
One ball will go this way.
So we assume the 15-yard penalty will move it to the 50-yard line. And Hopkins will hit the onside kick from there. Let's see, if Stanford would recover, it has to go 10 yards. That would put it at the 40 at least of Cal. So in theory, then you'd give Hopkins a shot. Off the AstroTurf, might have a chance. So, well, Stanford did this against Oregon last year, didn't they? Was a little more involved. They had to run a few plays, but they're kicking off from the 50-yard line. So Cal with its hands team up front. I believe Stanford has used an onside kick this year, but they work on it in practice. They've got 8 players to Hopkins' right and 2 to his left. Cal has 5 men right on the 40-yard line or within a yard of it. And that's their hands team. They practice this too. 59 minutes and 48 seconds. It's come to this. Here's the onside kick by Hopkins. Going across the board, touched by one of the Bears. Let's see who gets it. And it's still up for grabs. Stanford has it with 10 seconds left at the 37-yard line. I almost can't believe that. A couple of Bears made a dive for the ball. Stanford will get it. I believe it's Byers. Holy cow. Dan Byers, junior linebacker, recovers. Stanford has it at the 37-yard line with 9 seconds. And they can, let's see, a field goal here. Bear with me. I had this up here. It'll be about a little over 50 with 9 seconds. I guess you take a shot at a pass, perhaps to the sideline. Incompletion kills the clock. And for attempting a field goal to win it. Pinckney and Walsh wide left. McCaffrey and Milburn split right. No timeout remaining. They have to go out of bounds or get an incompletion. Columbus to pass. Goes upfield. It is out of bounds. Incomplete with 5 seconds. There's a penalty marker on the play. Columbus winds up on the deck. Was he roughed? If so, that would give Stanford a great shot at a field goal. But I'm only guessing. I looked upfield with a fly to the pass. And let's see what the call is. To say it is crucial is a hideous understatement.
Roughing the passer on the defense. First down.
It is roughing the passer, as Pat Flood said. The replay we just watched also followed the ball, as my eyes did. So I cannot tell you who made the hit, but now with 5 seconds left, the field goal team comes on for Stanford. Let's see, they've not spotted the ball after the penalty, but Stanford incredibly has a chance to win this football game. John Hopkins has made 4 field goals tonight, and he has had 1 blocked. What an, I mean, after 1982, do you say incredible finish? Because it couldn't top that, could it? Here's the penalty being stepped off down to the 22-yard line. So it will be about a 39-yard field goal attempt for John Hopkins. Unbelievable. Cal has a timeout left, and they use it. So with 5 seconds left, oh my. What an incredible turn of a major mistake. And then with John Hopkins apparently having to face a long field goal, Jason Columbus was roughed on an incomplete pass on first down after the successful completion of the onside kick. And the penalty moves it to the 22. John Hopkins has a 39-yard field goal attempt to win it for Stanford. It's at the right hash mark for the left-footed kicker. Steve Smith will hold, and Chuck Gillingham will make one last snap in his Stanford career. The senior Hopkins, Stanford's all-time field goal leader, has a chance to win it. Here we go, 5 seconds left. Gillingham snap, placed down by Smith. The kick is up, it's on its way, it's long enough. It's good! It is good! And Stanford has won it as time runs out. Stanford has won it on John Hopkins' 39-yard field goal as time expires. And there's a wild sea of red and white down on the field where maybe 3 or 4 minutes ago it was the blue and gold of California celebrating after Hardy's interception. And I really don't believe it. Of all the bizarre and wild finishes to the big game, this one may have outdone them all, at least for Stanford fans. The Cal fans will choose 1982. Is that unbelievable? The Stanford band only now comes onto the field. Unbelievable. And the axe stays at Stanford as it has since 1986. And Bruce Snyder and his Golden Bears, what do you say? They make the big play to seemingly win it. The onside kick recovered for Stanford as it was against Oregon a year ago. Hopkins drills the field goal. That sets a Stanford record of 5 in one game. The last kick he'll ever make, it was the last snap for Chuck Gillingham after the last drive for the Stanford offense. An absolutely incredible storybook finish for Stanford fans. And I guess the heartbreak for California offset only by the fact that they still have a game ahead of them at the Copper Bowl on New Year's Eve. So don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a lot to cover yet here tonight. I want to alert our network stations that we're going to take a 2-minute commercial break momentarily. John Hopkins' 39-yard field goal as time runs out has given Stanford the 93rd big game over California. The final score 27-25, and we'll be back here at Memorial Stadium after this 2-minute timeout. Stanford could go for a tie and keep the axe, but I don't think we can look for that.
Denny Green doesn't play for ties, Hal. He wants to beat the Bears. He wants to win here.
Stanford has used its final timeout to discuss what they want to do. The Bears defense will go huddle up with Bruce Snyder. 12 seconds left. Well, we've said it's just starting in the third quarter, and what a tremendous 93rd big game it has been.
And there's no way they can waste any time, Hal.
It's 2nd and 10 again at the Cal. 17 seconds left. Walsh and Pinckney wide left. Milburn and McCaffrey split right. Columbus looking over a 4-man front. Back to pass he goes. Steps up, throwing for McCaffrey. 12 seconds left. The Bears lead is 25-24.
It may go in the annals as one of the greatest big games of all time.
Now,
certainly it will be one of the greatest. It may be the greatest.
McCaffrey, he's open. He's got it. Touchdown, Stanford.
There's the one big play, Hal. We talked about one big play for McCaffrey. He just made it. Now he needs to make one more.
One more big play for